All right, we should be good to go.
All right, I think I'm live. Um, so
I am.
welcome. Uh, what's going on right now is Jacob is on Discord, and some of
Yeah,
the other
boy.
those dudes are on Discord as well. And we're streaming separately to our own different channels. It's probably going to be a nightmare. Um,
You mean an adventure?
but yeah, we're trying something new. So we're chatting on Discord and we're streaming, and I'm gonna build something. He's gonna do his thing, and you can follow whoever you want and listen to us all at the same time. So everybody wins. So I will get a. If you can post the link in chat for me, so I can post that on my stream. But
There. If you want to do one for me, I can send yours too. For my massive
okay,
2 watchers.
I'm sure you got more than me right now. Um,
Well, I haven't even started yet, so let's party.
do it.
All right, guys. If you can't hear Justin, just let me know. I think I have this set up, so his audio should come over to you. If not, let me know.
All right. So I'm gonna bust
Because
this
it's the
open and get
first time
started.
we've tried to do it this way, where we're actually communicating through Discord, and we're only going to be using our videos on here instead of switching back between each person.
It's the lupus.
So
The
you're
high
ready for a lot of
lupus.
me.
Yeah. Yeah. With the entertainment of everybody.
With everyone's voices.
Yes, yes. All right. So, um, all I've done is taken all the bags off this stuff because I.
I'll start off by making. All right. So Zach says he can hear both of us. So at least mine's set up
Who?
right. I don't know about yours.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, I know that everyone can hear you too. I set the volume, so you should be good.
Mine's
I
gonna be
have the
90%
output.
like rustling plastic until I figure out which runners I need. So I'm currently working on the Daban Strike Freedom. As you can
You're
see,
still
I
working
have
on that?
all of him done, except for the backpack and weapons. So that's what I'm working on right now, and he's pretty glorious.
Is it everything you wanted and more?
I am extremely impressed. I expected this to be a lot crappier than it was.
Hello, Echo Oddity.
You do? Do
Welcome.
you have the YouTube or Twitch up?
Yes, I sent a link to Team
No, I
Chat.
mean like do you have it open and that's why it's echoing?
Hmm? No. There's someone just commented my chat. That was their name, Echo Oddity.
Oh. I thought you were
Sorry.
actually having like audio trouble.
No, I fixed all that before we started.
Sweet. Yeah, I was like 80% sure it was gonna work, but it turns out that the program I use just automatically rips all audio output and puts it in the video. So
Yeah, I had mine like turned down a little bit, and then I just like re-enabled it, I guess.
sweet. So what are you working on?
I'm working on the HD Lupus.
I didn't even know you had that kit.
I got it for Christmas.
Did you?
Yeah, my mom got it for me, and I was super shocked because I told her I wanted it, so I didn't think I was gonna get it.
Wait, so she got you two? She got you the Grimgird and the Lupus?
Yep,
I like the look of the Lupus.
the Lupus is my favorite iteration of the Barbatos so far.
I was strongly looking to getting the Barbados Rex. I really like it. I know it's odd.
Oh, name
I
is
know it's
Long
odd,
Long.
but that's why I like it so much. Uh, Although I really am trying to lower down how many kits I buy compared to how many kits I complete. So I haven't committed yet.
Yeah, I'm pretty much not buying too much of anything right now. I'm trying to get my hands on a GM sniper, and I think after that it's pretty much done unless something like immaculate comes out and I have to have it.
Uh, I wonder what it would be.
If they announce that Re 100 Kshatriya, I'll be all over that. If they announce a new Easy 8, I'll be all over that. But
Man,
there's really
if they did that Kshatriya, and I got that and build it and compared it to the Ellen, you know how many people would want to see that?
a lot, especially if the Bandai one wasn't too bad.
Yeah, if they actually did like a decent job on it. I think the one reason why I like the Ellen so much is just because the binders are like really long, and I like that. I feel like a lot of the versions of the Kshatriya, the binders are so short.
Yeah, they're a little stumpy.
Man, this kit has so many little parts to it. Like, honestly, like it kind of reminds me of like the new Ka in a way. How there's like lots of little things that click together just to give it color separation.
Oh yeah.
Like if you hate masking, this
Did
is
you
the kit
build
for you.
Did you build the Hainu?
Did I what?
Did you build the Hainu Verka?
No, I did not. I only did the new, and I've
You want
really
to talk
wanted
about
to.
color separation, man? That thing is super color separated.
I've really wanted to do again. I wanted to do the Hainu all over again. I just it just keeps getting pushed back, and it's just the price point. It seems so expensive for what it is.
I was never gonna buy one, but
I love it. Like it is probably my favorite master grade. Like I loved it. I feel like I could have done such a better job. It was the second kit I ever painted, so it's not done very well. I painted it on the runners.
oh,
So I would really like to redo it with Justice.
yeah, you should do that.
I should, but you know that kit's still $70, so
Yeah, it's a little pricey.
it is though, cause like it's a really cool kit, but it's pretty big. But I just don't understand how it's the same price. It's like more expensive than Thunderbolt, and Thunderbolt has way more plastic.
I guess they figured the Thunderbolt would sell better, so they could sell at a lower price point.
I don't know. I feel like the more popular a kit is, the more expensive it is. Like the Ashtrays, I feel like they're kind of expensive for how small they are and how little they come with.
But at the time, they were like the pinnacle of Bandai's engineering.
They were at the time. But I'm saying like prices don't really seem to change much, you know?
No. I think once a kit comes out, unless like someone's like liquidating,
I also feel like it's really weird. Like that they do price it based on engineering of all things. When you think they would just price it on like the amount of plastic required. Because I'm sure whatever extra money they spend on engineering, they make back instantly. I mean, come on.
I don't know about instantly. I mean, maybe at this point, maybe at this late in the game.
I was about to say, do you realize how many of those kits they've sold though? They have sold so many Hainus and so many Ashtrays. There are people who literally only build Ashtrays.
There's people who still build Zaku 2.0s only. That's a fantastic kit, so I guess I can't blame them.
Oh, you're talking about the regular RX?
No, the Zaku.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the RX 78 2.0.
No, the Zaku 2.0 is like one of the most.
I've never built a Zaku before, ever.
You should definitely build a 2.0.
The Goofy Origin was the closest I got.
The RG wasn't too bad either.
I was, so on Mecha Lounge, the website, they're planning on doing a build-off, and I was thinking about doing the RG Zaku as mine.
You should do it, man. It's a pretty fun build if you put kind of the pipes aside. That's the most frustrating part of the whole build.
Yeah, I heard they're real tedious to sand.
They're not that bad. I put all mine on a toothpick.
Oh, there you go.
And
a lot of toothpicks, I assume?
Yeah, it's like I think 6. And I just labeled which one it was with like a little piece of masking tape.
Yeah. But the picture she showed of her husband.
So
I'm hoping to get this kit snapped together so I can review it. I'm actually really excited to review it. I think a lot more of this kit than I did of the Zeta one. The Zeta one was good, but this one's like phenomenal.
I was gonna say you seem to really enjoy that Zeta.
I did, but compared to this, it doesn't compare. Like this kit's so much better.
I like the detail on that better. The Zeta, I think, has a lot of like. It's one of those kits that kind of appeals to people who don't do too much modeling, because it's just got a bunch of panel lines on it and it looks like it's got a whole bunch of work done to it, but it's just a bunch of nonsense.
Yeah, it looks. I will say it looks better in person than it did in the pictures. When I saw the pictures, I wasn't terribly intrigued either. But Zeta's.
You bought it
because Zeta's one of my favorite designs, and I don't know.
That's fair.
And honestly, I was planning on doing some customization with it. I was going to kill some details and add other details. I guess it's just like a cheat sheet to custom, because it's already half done.
Yeah, I mean it's too done. It's kind of like the 1/100 Hazel that came out. Um, a lot of those panel lines, when I actually get around to painting that thing, I'm going to erase so many panel lines from that.
Did you?
Like the ones on the chest are just ridiculous, and then the ones on the legs are a little bit excessive. So I'll probably cut some of those back.
Yeah, it's just side out of the way for now. Like I said, I'm just snapping this together real quick. My primary focus, though, is completing my commission, but I can't really do that on stream because I don't want to botch it while trying to talk and build.
We talk and build.
And most of that commission now is just hand paints and stuff, or
Oh,
airbrush,
okay.
which there's no way you can do it with an airbrush. The stuff's too loud.
Says you.
Wait, how are you gonna talk during an airbrush? Airbrushes are so loud. Even the quiet ones are still pretty loud.
Yeah. Sounds like a bunch of excuses to me.
Ah, okay. Man, these runners kill me. I don't know why they're so non-numerical. Like, the numbers are just so scattered, it's ridiculous. It's like... One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, 10. This is 1 again. Way down here. And then this is 4. So it's actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Like, it's insane. Like, they hop around so much. I just don't... I can understand they'd have to organize them to fit on the runner a certain way. I just don't know why they had to number them like that.
I told you my theory on that yesterday.
What, the numbers are randomized?
No, they did the plate layout before they did the instructions layout. So...
But even if they did the plate layout, as long as they were in numerical order as where they are on the plates, I would have been fine.
Or maybe I got that back. I don't know. Either way, the Dragon Momoko one was the same way. It was really, really confusing.
Yeah. So, no, the Dragon Momoko doesn't come with any effects parts other than the shields. There's
The Dragon Momoko came with...
Oh, I'm sorry. No, the person asked if mine had any effects parts.
Oh, okay.
As I try to dig them out. So I got these holographic ones, and there's some clear parts right here, but that's it. There's no the cool shields or the what are they called? The dragoons, or I don't remember what they call them. The broken English funnels.
Did it come with a
that was all
stand?
Dragon Momoko. The Daban version does not come with any of that cool stuff. What the Daban version does come with is the ability to not have to masking paint. It's good enough for me.
But you gotta strip that gold.
I gotta strip that gold. I'm not gonna strip it, I'm just gonna use it.
Really?
Just to piss you off.
I don't care. It's your model.
Just to mess with your head. I will strip it off. I gotta say though, while building this, it is just slowly climbing up higher and higher on my to-do list.
Oh yeah? You're enjoying it that much?
I just think this would look really cool without a ton of effort. That's the big thing. And I know that seems lazy of me to be like, oh, I don't want to do this kit. It requires a lot of work. But I just realized I could probably pound this whole thing out in like a week because it's just straight assembly.
Yeah. There's nothing wrong with that.
But whatever happened to Silver? He was like all chatty, and the second we started streaming, he turned into a ghost.
He doesn't like us anymore.
He's shy. Just funny because the whole reason I found him was because he was so active in our previous streams.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have gotten rid of a few runners though by doing this, so I'm getting closer, I guess.
Oh, the chest is finished. So.
Oh, by the way, so this is always something I think's funny. I always do snap builds out of order. I always go head, chest, legs, arms, and then everything else.
It depends on the build.
I just hate the feeling of having the kit like with arms, head, and chest, but it can't stand. It bugs me. And if it's a kit that I know won't stand on its own feet, I'll do the stand before I do anything.
That's not working. Thanks, Focus. You're the best.
Oh, what'd he say?
No, the focus on my camera is just not working.
God damn it. I can't tell what you're talking about, people or technical difficulties.
Sorry. No, that was a technical difficulty. So...
Yeah, I'm excited to review this one. It's pretty good. I actually didn't originally intend for my channel to be like a review channel. It just so happened that's what I was doing like that week. Was building some stuff. So, and I thought about it, and I definitely think I'm going to focus more on, I want like beginner stuff. I want somebody who's never built before. Maybe they've just seen a show or just saw some model kits. Or somebody who's only snapped together with their hands before and they want to know what to do next. Like your channel is so educational, but it's for people who already like have some degree of knowledge, you know?
Yeah.
So I thought it'd be cool if I bridge that gap.
I try to touch on as much as possible. Like any kind of tutorial that someone asks for, I try my best to accommodate. But you know, sometimes it's hard to appease every audience.
Yeah, I mean, there's an endless amount of stuff out there to do. So I just feel like there's so many better people out there who could give me input, or could give input on like the more complex stuff. So I wanted to just focus on like things that are relevant in my opinion.
Yeah.
To, you know, somebody who doesn't know anything. And I figured, you know, if they know some stuff, they can skip those videos and they can go to where they are.
Yeah.
Does that make a mess?
All you know is making messes.
Yeah, well, my runners are... So I don't have the original box. I have, like, a brown box, as you can see. So it was a lot cheaper that way, I guess, because I could ship it in a different kind of box. But it made it a lot harder to organize my parts alphabetically. So they're just kind of a pile. There we go.
This is crazy.
Yeah, it's definitely not gated for that gold. Like there's quite a few blemishes showing. They didn't think that through very far. V, I don't even know what a V is. Ah, it's the navy blue. Have you ever noticed that on Gundams? They seem to never actually use black. They always use like a super dark navy blue.
Some kits use black, but
which
typically...
ones? I'm not being smart. I can't think of any.
I can't think of any off the top of my head, but I have
like
seen
Banshee's navy blue, Death Sight's navy blue.
Well, the Banshee... No, I think the Death Scythe is black.
No, I built
it. The Banshee is actually navy blue.
I don't know. What would you... It's not the Verka. What do you call those? Is it a Verka?
The EWs? They're technically, if you want to get technical, I think they are technically Verkas, but...
They don't have a name, right?
Yeah, they're... Like, they were designed by Kotoki, but, you know...
It was... Yeah, well, that one was navy blue. That one wasn't straight black. The new Gundam's navy blue, too.
The new... Oh, well, the new is navy blue. I don't think that's black.
In a lot of pictures, though, people draw it as black.
That's just because, well, everybody draws the Banshee black, but that's navy blue.
Is it?
Yeah. It's like a really dark navy blue. Like, really
yeah, that's what I'm
dark.
saying. I'm saying every kit is actually navy
blue.
blue.
No, I mean, like, the actual mobile suit is navy blue. It's not black.
I know. I'm saying there are, like, no navy blue kits. Or, I'm sorry, there's no black kits.
I think because I built an old Death Scythe, I haven't built a new one.
I'm sorry. I was talking about things that are like within the past 10 years, I guess.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying, like, I haven't built a new one, so I don't know in recent memory if there's any black, but we're at the Blitz. I think the Blitz is, yeah, the Blitz is black.
Is it?
Yes.
I never built the Blitz, so.
I didn't build it either, but I have it. It was a snap kit that I bought off a friend.
Was it any good?
It's alright. It's broken a little bit, so I gotta fix it still, but
I like the Blitz. I like seed designs more than I like. I know a lot of people give them shit or whatever, and that's fine. I mean, teach their own. I think sometimes people just hype on hating things just because they're popular.
I don't like Seed. I did not enjoy Seed at all. Like, any of it that I've watched, I didn't really care for.
I'm not talking about the series as a show. I'm talking about the models.
But I do like the designs. Not all.
I gotta be real. Most Gundam shows aren't really that great.
No.
They're very formulated. They're always very much their time, if that makes sense. Like, it's never anything new or revolutionary. It's usually just whatever's popular at that point in time in anime. I don't know. I try to tread lightly because I know every time I like insult a kit, someone's like, "That's my favorite kit," and then I end up liking kits that everyone else seems to like team up and bash.
That's how Jeff is. Jeff loves all the ugly kits, and I'm like, Jeff, what is wrong with you? That kit is disgusting.
Yeah, like I don't like the Byerland, but some people love that kit.
It's grown on me.
It makes me uncomfortable. It's weird arms.
The actual design is really nice, but I don't like the kit. Almost done with the head. If only my camera would focus properly. I wish there was a button to just make it focus.
A magic focus button.
It'd be super great.
Oh, if I have one gripe about this Freedom, its ankle guards fall off like every second. Like there is no security whatsoever. They are very loose. And because that's something that hits a lot of pressure, because, you know, the ankles constantly have to bend for it to stand, they pop off like every few seconds. I was trying to see how the backpack snapped on, and then I realized I'm not even close to being done with it.
Oh, whoa, what just happened?
You alright?
Yeah, hold on.
Should I call 911?
My, microphone's acting funny.
I can hear you fine.
Or not my microphone, my headset.
Oh.
It, like, came undone, and, like, I could hear you, like, coming back and forth between...
Oh, weird. Man, this kit's so cool. Like, so here's what's funny, and I hate admitting this, especially when, you know, people can watch over this and be like, oh, I didn't know that. But I literally, and I'm not exaggerating in any shape or form, I searched this kit on eBay every single day for like 2 months. Just waiting for it to go down to like $50 flat, and I was going to get it. I told myself if it hit 50, I'd get it. And it never hit 50, and I still got it. And that's why I got this version. This version was like 54, but it came in a box. You lost the actual packaging, but everything was still shrink wrapped. Everything was included. It just wasn't in the original box, and I was cool.
Did you get it? Did you get it from Abby?
I got it off eBay. I don't know.
Yeah, you might have got it off Abby. To my knowledge, he's the only one. She is the only one who does that with their sales. If it's like a big kit, they'll do it with the Mechanicore kits as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you can ship them without the box.
I mean, I'm cool with that, because honestly, I throw away my boxes. I don't keep them.
I keep the ones I really like.
I don't keep... The only ones I keep is to literally store extra stuff. Like, I'll take like 8 kits and merge them into one. In one box.
I've done that. I had to do it with my RG kits, and it was a little bit depressing.
And this backpack's big as shit. And I guess it has to be. That's the only part of Strike Freedom I'm not a big fan of. The backpack's a little, or not the backpack itself. I like that, but the wings are a little excessive.
Don't lie, you hate those hip cannons.
I love the hip cannons. I hate the design of the hip cannons. I think Freedoms were awesome. I just think Strike Freedoms look weird. They're like, I don't know, they're just weird shaped. Yours didn't come with the decal guide? I mean, normally the decal guide's like, oh yeah, you're right. There's no decal guide in the book. I mean, that's fine. Because a lot of times what I'll do is I'll go online and you can pull up like PDFs of decal guides or just the books entirely. So if it's like a third-party kit, I'll just use that as an example, like a go-by. That's what I did for Heavy Arms, because he's a resin kit. So a lot of him, I just went back to the old book and compared, so I knew what kind of colors and stuff I wanted to choose. I will say, though, that I think, and I don't want to be talking and sound all like haughty or proud, but I think that my Heavy Arms is going to be very well received, because that kit, I haven't found any pictures online that actually show you what it does. Like, those big shoulder mounts, that all opens up to have missiles inside.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the whole thing's hinged. There's like, on each one, there's 12 doors of missiles.
That's awesome.
Yeah, but I have never found a picture online that actually shows that.
Well then.
I don't know if people glue the door shut. I don't know what's going on. But they all open up to have missiles. And the same thing on the extra missiles on the side of his leg. Like the big packs, they open up to have more missiles too. And I've never seen that online. It's
Well,
going to be tricky because they're not very...
It might be...
It's resin.
It might be like the
You know,
the casters are just like, hey, people are going to buy this thing anyway because Wing is incredibly popular over here anyway.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I guess because a lot of people... I don't know, maybe I'm looking in the wrong places. But every time I've found pictures of the Heavy Arms Eagle, all the missile pods are not opened. And if you open them all up, it looks majestic.
Well, there you go. You get your you get the edge.
Alright, his backpack is on. Wow, that looks ridiculous. It can't be right. It's got to be upside down. Yeah, I think it's supposed to be like that.
You don't even like the Strike Freedom, and I bought that kit.
Really? I do
can't
like the
stand
Strike
it.
Freedom. I understand it might be a little blingy, but I really enjoy it.
I think it's ugly.
What don't you like about it?
It's just ugly. It just doesn't.
The whole kit's
It
ugly
doesn't.
to you. Just
Yeah, it doesn't tickle my fancy. Neither does the regular Freedom. I don't like either one of them.
really?
Yep.
I mean, I like all the panel lines, and it just looks
Nope.
very mechanical, I guess.
Nope. I think they're both really, really, really bad designs.
I mean, to each their own, right?
Yeah, of course. I mean,
I don't know. I like it. I think it looks pretty cool.
I can see why people like it, but it's just not my cup of tea.
I think the wings are a lot to take in. I think it would have been cooler if they made the backpack like F91's. Maybe I'll do that. I'll just swap F91's backpack.
Hip cannons everywhere.
It can't be done, actually. I've built F91, and his backpack is his chest. It's all one solid piece. So
Yeah, I've built one too.
I could probably rip off the wings though and modify those.
Wasn't a bad kit though.
The VR wings. I bet that would look cool.
All right,
I
Luke's
would
head is finished.
I would absolutely kill for an F91 2.0. I think that kit would look so good if it was redone well. With modern technology, with better control over panel lines and stuff. I think it would just destroy. I mean, I think it would be so successful.
Yeah. Well, I think if the metal build does well, I'm sure Bandai will.
And
Like,
see,
take
I feel
that
like the
into
metal
account.
build's not even that good. Like, I'm excited because it's, love for the F91. That metal build to me was kind of lackluster.
My only complaint with the metal build line is that they're figures. I would kill for model kits, like proper Bandai model kits, but not at like the high res model price point because that is ridiculous. I don't know why anybody would pay for those.
Those high res ones.
Yeah,
I feel like the high res one was originally a master grade, and they're like, "What can we do to make more money off this line?"
plate everything.
Because it's
and
not
assemble
even.
the
I don't
frame.
even understand why it's getting so like. I don't understand that price point. It just doesn't seem.
It doesn't seem right at all.
Yeah, it
It's
doesn't seem rational.
ridiculous.
Like I'm not crazy,
But,
right?
But like even on top of the ridiculous price point, it's just ugly. It's like so busy.
See, I don't mind that. I think we have different
That's-
concepts of that though.
I
You
think
do,
it's
like,
too
kits-
busy.
See, that's what's weird. Like you typically don't like busy kits, but then you love Mechanicore, which is like busy. So
Sort of. It's a different kind of busy. Like the panel lines on Mechanicore kits seem to make a little bit more sense. They flow well, but I feel like that high res line is just like we're gonna add like 4 different layers of like RG style plastic and color separation just because, and then we're gonna like layer it up as hard as we can in every spot. It just looks silly, and then like the proportions, like I look look at all the Iron Blooded Orphans kits. Look at the Barbatos Form 4 or whatever it is. Through every iteration, the high grade, the Mechanics 1/100, and the high res model all have wildly different proportions. It's like
they do.
Bandai
They are
doesn't.
very different in proportions.
It's like Bandai doesn't know what to do with it.
I feel like, and I could be wrong, but I feel like there's a lot of current inner turmoil with Bandai. Because I feel like they keep going in so many different directions, and then they just kind of end. Like, they were pushing out RG kits really fast, and they just slowed down, and now they're just rehashes.
I was really upset about the gold frame.
Yeah, me too. And,
I'm gonna buy it, but I'm really upset about it.
I don't know. Like I said, I feel like they had a goal, like they had an agenda.
Yeah.
In multiple lines. Like, they were big on the Verka, they were big on the RGs, they were big on, like, the whole unicorn push. And then they just sort of stopped everything. And, I mean, they were focusing pretty hard on IBO, but then that's all
like
high
I think
grades.
people are buying them. I think people are buying them because they're cheap. Like they can engineer, like all they have to do is engineer some outer armor, and not even like a full suit at this point. Like a lot of them are just like, look at the new Kamaris Vidar. It's literally like half a Kamaris.
Oh, I know. It's so similar, it's not even worth it. I felt that way about the
Like
Greys. All those Greys look the same to me.
See,
The
I'm a
differences
big
were so
fan.
subtle.
I'm a big fan of the Greys, and I like all the different accessories and stuff. But I agree that they kind of milked that one a little too far. Like I'll buy that new, what is it, the Regan Glaze or whatever, that one with all the things sticking off of it. Looks awesome. But like I haven't bought a Grays kit since the first Grays custom.
I just feel like Bandai's going in so many different directions. I just wonder if they had some kind of like change in management who was like, I'll promise you guys more income because you won't have to worry about development and quality.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think their kits are any lower quality. I just think that they're putting out weird kits. What in the world? Oh, that's a different piece. I don't know where this goes.
You need me to come over there and show you how it's done? Teach you?
No, I got it. It's cool.
Is that high grade giving you too much trouble, buddy?
Too much trouble. I don't know. I think I'm gonna quit.
Another line that confused me was Origins. They put out a bunch of kits with Origins and then just sort of slowed down. And they were all in different scales. Like, oh, you want the Origins Gundam? That's a master grade. Oh, but you want the Zaku Origins? That's a high grade.
The weird thing about the Origins line is like the entire high grade lineup is basically just Xeon suits, which is fine. I'm okay with that. But Like, they put out the Gundam in Master Grade and then nothing else.
Yeah.
Like, literally nothing else. Not a single other kit. Which I'm sure that we will get an Origin Zaku Master Grade. I mean, the whole freaking show is about Char.
True. I don't know. I just feel like it's just so sporadic with the models, you know?
Yeah. Well, that's not their focus right now. It's look at when G Reco and Build Fighters was out, and G Reco had all these awesome kits lined up, and then all of a sudden it was just we were flooded with Build Fighters. It's just what's more successful right now.
Yeah, and I mean, Success has a huge point to play with it.
Well, it costs them less, and it makes them more. So they're really knocking it out of the park with IVO kits.
These wings are weird. I've never built a Strike Freedom before, though, so what do I know?
Nothing.
Not about Strike Freedom.
You don't know nothing
I've never
about
built one. I did the real grade Strike Gundam. Or, no, I did the real grade Freedom Gundam.
The kit was a mess.
I was actually going to do that for our real grade build-off, but then I switched over to the Wing Zero Ka at the last minute.
Did you love it?
Somebody else was doing Freedom, so I didn't want to step on toes.
What was that, Kong?
Yeah.
I remember that.
I just thought it would be nice to give him his own opportunity, you know?
Yeah, but I mean,
It's kind of like the underdog of Helios.
we've got a lot of underdogs that are there. Like, there's so many really good dudes that are just really underappreciated.
Maybe that's what we should do.
What?
Do a video that's just like how to learn what's good in a model kit.
I feel like that's subjective, though.
I know, but at the same time, I think there's a lot of people who I don't know, it's weird. I guess they don't know what to look for. Like what actually takes skill, what's easy.
Hmm.
For instance, if your model kit includes lens flare, it is not a good model.
Well, I don't think that's a model thing. I think that's like a picture thing.
A personal wrath thing.
That too. I'll never understand your grudge against lens flare. I don't particularly like lens flare myself, but
it just seems so
seems
lazy.
it seems like that's like your mission is to end lens flare forever.
Because I don't know, there's something that just bothered me about it, because it's just like, hey, I'm going to cover up my model. It's like you spent all this time on it, and you don't want people to see it. The shade of it all.
Did you see the guys that went to the GBWC or the Gunpla event in
Philippines?
the Philippines with
Bootlegs?
the bootlegs?
Yeah.
Any
I'm sure they
thoughts on
thought they
that?
were just being funny trolls, and the fact that people are overreacting too much is just giving them what they want, though.
Well, apparently one of the ones that did it has already like deactivated his Facebook account because of all the backlash he got.
Yeah, well, you know.
But I think
what
it's
did you think
kind
was
of a
going to
big
happen,
thing.
though? Like,
Yeah.
you're literally all these Philippine people, and I mean, there's a huge community of Gunpla there, and they're all afraid they're going to lose their one shining chance to like show Bandai what they're made out of. So I can see where it's really frustrating for them.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's what I was gonna say is like I think it's kind of a dick thing to do to like go to an event and like potentially ruin it for everybody because you want to be a jerk.
Yeah, because you thought you'd be funny. I'm a troll.
Yeah, yeah, I understand that like Bandai could definitely make those kits and they would make them nice, but somebody else is doing it. But you don't have to go and flaunt it. Like if that's what you're gonna go to the event to do, you should probably just stay home.
Yeah, I think it was just creating unnecessary like conflict. And I definitely don't condone the action. I think everyone overreacted a little bit. I'd like to think Bandai is intelligent enough to know, like, hey, these guys are a rare dickheads. Like, they already know that bootlegs exist.
Yeah.
And that there's some people who are, like, massive fans on them. And I know I'm saying that while building a bootleg. But, in my opinion, if Bandai came out with this kit, I would have bought it over this one.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
buy bootlegs that they don't come out with.
Well, see, that's the gray area, though, is that it's not technically a bootleg at this point. I mean, it is 100%
It's still
a
copyright
bootleg.
infringement,
Yeah.
but you're right. It is not blatant piracy.
It's not like the
That's the difference.
like some of their other stuff they do where they literally just straight copy the kit. I mean,
Correct.
it's a straight copy, but it's a straight copy of something that isn't a model kit, and it turns it into one.
Yeah, that's blatant piracy. I would say that's piracy, whereas this is more copyright infringement.
Yeah.
That's how I would differentiate the two, at least in my head.
That's how you sleep at night.
Yeah. No, it doesn't bother me. Like, Bandai has gotten a ton of my money.
Oh yeah, they've got.
And if
money
Bandai
from all of
focused
us.
more on the consumer and less on sheer profit per cost, they would have even more money.
Maybe it depends.
No doubt.
Because some
You
people
know
want
there's
some-
certain kits that if Bandai would have come out with, people would have bought up instantly. Like,
Well, yeah, of course, but you also can't listen to the wants and needs of every single consumer.
no, but I guarantee you that if... Okay, they've had opportunities with, like, anniversaries and stuff that they could have come out with a model of something, and it would have been roaringly successful.
Yeah.
I'll give you easy examples. If you really just wanted a quick buck, when they came out with the real grade line of Wing or of the Seed series, they could have easily done all the wings. Like, used the same frame and just done the whole lineup.
Well, just because that hasn't happened yet doesn't mean it's not going to.
When was
I
that
think they
picture
like to-
released? Like 3 years ago? I mean,
Yeah, but
that's a long wait, dude. You know
Like-
that is.
it is. I'm not denying that, but like that was one of the ones that confirmed that it was coming. Like they said that all of them were going to be coming, and like with the
That's
the
what I'm saying, though. I
type-
feel like they're taking, like... that's what I'm saying. I think there was, like, a change in the past couple years because they kind of just dropped it. And typically companies don't do those announcements unless they're really planning on it, you know, because you don't want to give false hopes.
Well, I don't think that they changed it so much. I think they're staggering the releases. Like they do a couple seed releases, they do a couple UC releases. Like we haven't had a UC RG kit in a while.
Yeah, what was the last one? GPO? Well,
I think
Sinanju,
there was-
technically.
Oh yeah, I guess Sinanju was UC. So I mean, it's been like 2, almost 3 releases now. But you know, before that, it was probably the GPO, I think, and that was like number 10. But I think they don't want to flood too many of the
But
same.
I feel like they're doing the
releases.
opposite, though. I feel like they're not flooding anything. They're just not doing anything.
Well, see
I
the
love
rate
real
that
grades.
RG. Oh, I do too. The
The
rate
only
that
reason I didn't
RG's
buy
come out.
Sinanju was because I just didn't feel like it was worth it to the price point. I thought it was just very expensive.
Yeah, the gold plating and the gloss plastic. It's nice, but it's not like unless you're not gonna paint it. I don't care about those things. Just give me a kit that's fun to build, and I'll do all the rest.
This is weird. Is it really going like that? I feel like that's wrong. Alright. I feel like that's wrong, but whatever.
I'm gonna have such a bad time seaming up this arm.
I don't know. I thought Japan's economy was doing really well, though. So I was just surprised that they seemed to be slowing down.
Well, I mean, you can only put out so much at a time because then you get to a point where you're going to flood the market and people aren't going to buy because there's too much out. But I guess having too much out is better than not having enough out.
Well, here, let me put it this way: when third-party companies release kits, people go apeshit because they're all stuff people want, you know? Like a redone Strike Freedom, a redone Strike Gundam, a redone... You know what I mean? Like...
Yeah, I'm not going to contest that.
The third-party MG Kshatriya that people were shitting over.
That was a figure.
But still, what I'm saying is, like, stuff that people want. Like, you know that people are desiring these things.
Yeah.
And then they act all surprised. They're like, oh, third party shouldn't be building that. No, you're right, they shouldn't be. You should have beaten them to it. Like, third party can only build what Bandai has already hinted towards. You know what I mean? Like...
Well, that's not necessarily true either. Like, there's, like, a big push between, like, some of the other third-party companies is, like, they will take resin kits and turn them into plastic kits.
Yeah, but the most, like, successful third-party kits are typically kits that people want. Like, they're Gundam kits, you know? Like, the ones that aren't actually based on Gundams don't normally do nearly as well.
Well, yeah, but, I mean, that's what I'm talking about, though. Is like, a lot of... Like, look at the Go-Go Camphor. That was a pretty good success. And it was a resin conversion that got turned into a plastic kit. And it came with the frame and everything. And it was at a lower price point. It actually did so well that you can't get the resin anymore.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I've really wanted that kit, because I like the Camphor a lot. And I've always been tempted to buy it. The only reason
I like that
haven't...
one, except the biceps bothered me a lot. But the design was really nice.
My friend Kevin wants to do it, so I was trying not to buy it because I didn't want to... Like, I would help him build it, like, teach him and all, because he's kind of newer to the hobby. And I just don't want to sit there and do it twice over. Once showing him and then once for myself.
Well, you can always buy it and then, do it with him.
Yeah, but then I wouldn't have it on display.
What do you mean?
And I'd be limited to do it with him, like, because it would be his. Like, it's for him.
No, I'm saying you buy one as well, and then you go through it with him, build at the same time with him.
I guess I
that
could.
That way you get one, he's got one, because it's something you want.
Yeah, but you know me, I want everything. I'm greedy.
You're so greedy.
Gotta have it all, man. Gotta have it all.
I have no clue how I'm gonna seam these arms up, Jacob.
Oh, you know what would be cool?
What?
If you gave me your teeth.
That's not gonna happen.
That would be totally sick, wouldn't it, dude?
I mean, in your dreams, maybe.
Like, people would go nuts. You know, because, I mean, they've been waiting years for you to do it, and you're not, so...
I'm doing it. Don't
for
you
me
worry.
to add it to my collection and sit next to my Kshatriya.
The Kshatriya you're never going to do?
I am going to do my Kshatriya. I just want to get better. Like, I want to do it... That kid is once in a life. Like, if I jack that kid up, like, I'll never be able to redo it with justice, you know?
You'll just forever bring shame to your whole family?
Yeah, pretty much. Which, I mean, I already do enough, so...
That's true.
I would just rather do it justice. Like, I want to do it and look really good.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't think you'll have too much trouble with it, man. Like, with a little bit of masking, which you're not afraid to do, and a little bit of patience, which I think might be your biggest issue with that kit.
Look at you being all salty and slamming me.
No, I'm not trying to slam you. I'm just saying, like, those kits require, like, way more patience than a normal kit. Like, the Zerstor, like, tested me. And it was a difficult kit, but, if you stick to it and you make yourself, like, at least assemble something, you'll eventually get through it.
Yeah.
That's really the hardest part, is, like...
Well, it's going to be expensive for plastic or for paint, so maybe I'll do it after Japan. I'll make that my post-Japan.
I don't even think it'd be that expensive paint-wise. I mean, it's gonna cost. It's gonna cost, no doubt. But you're really just gonna need, like, maybe 3 pots of green. Because the Kshatriya is pretty much broken down into 2 different greens. It's the darker green for the chest and the lighter green for the like extremities, and then you would get like 2 or 3 pots of each of those, and then like maybe one pot of another green for each part.
I would need 2 pots for primarily metal color, and then at least 1 of the secondary metal.
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna go like full steel, you're definitely gonna need like 2 or 3 of those.
I want to do dual metals. That's what I normally do.
Yeah, I mean, I try to at least put 2 or 3 metals on every one of my kits, but just for the sake of like not turning it into a rainbow of metallic effects. Because I've
That would be
seen that.
cool. Maybe I'll do that.
My friend Chris, actually, a long time ago when I was in forums,
Rainbow metals.
no, someone he was doing the RG Justice, and people he was like, "What color should I paint the frame? I don't know what color I should paint the frame." And someone joked and was like pink, and he painted the frame pink.
Ugh.
It actually looked good because he did it was like a muted gray color scheme, so like the only color was the frame. I think that's it.
How does this come together? This is such a weird build.
You
The
take
wings
the
are
first
tripping me
part
out.
and you put it into the second part, and then ooh. I might do some light mods on this, but my goal is to get it like seamed up.
I feel like I'm doing this wrong.
Probably are.
I don't understand. I feel so dumb.
Why? What did you do?
I just don't understand how this goes together. Like, it looks like it would go together like that, but that's not. That's clearly not what the picture's saying.
Dumb boy. So dumb.
But that is right. Like, that's right. The picture's just wrong. Okay. So the picture's wrong. So I'm not crazy. The picture was telling me to snap the middle peg in here, right here. But it's not. It's that top peg that goes in there. Yeah. Yeah, that makes more sense. God, these wings are big. Maybe I'll buy, like, the real grade and just use the wings. What do you think about that?
They're quite a bit smaller, Jacob. I compared them side by side.
Baby wings.
They're super tiny. I don't know how I'm going to display mine when I'm done with it. Like, it's immense. Like, the effect parts and everything are huge.
Oh, yeah?
They're so big, I don't know how I'm going to take pictures of it. Which, when I move out, I'm going to have to buy a new photo tent because I'm sick of my photos coming out like crap.
Aw. I saw that Silver said Discord is eating his data. It's actually funny because Discord eats my CPU, and I have never figured out why. But it just, like, annihilates my CPU.
Really?
Yep. And I have a decent, like, I have a reasonably good computer. Like, I have 16 gigs of RAM. I have a i7 processor, and whenever I turn on Discord, the RAM doesn't jump at all. But my CPU goes up to like 50% straight off, and just stays like that. And I've looked, and it's something to do with WMI host, which is like a Windows media interface. It's like a service that Windows runs.
Mm-hmm.
And that and Discord just consistently fight each other, like, relentlessly, and just drives my CPU to high hell. And there's not really much I can do about it that I've discovered. So I just put up with it.
Call Microsoft and say, hey.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure Microsoft's going to point to Discord before they point to themselves.
Probably.
So it looks like Silver has the same problem. I use 10, Windows 10. My friend uses Windows 7, and he doesn't have the problem.
I have Windows 8, and I don't think I have a problem with it either.
I mean, it's not crazy, because I don't really use my CPU for much, because almost everything I do runs off my graphics card and my memory, but it still sucks. Oh my god. These are like the tightest fits. There we go. These pieces, man, some of them are just like so snug. Which, I mean, I'm not going to complain about, but after I paint it, I'm going to have to loosen them up before I paint them.
Have you had to do any like widening on your pegs before you assemble anything?
For this, or just in general, ever?
For that.
No. But I will say that some of these are real snug fits.
You want to talk about snug fits, man? The neck joints, actually the ankle joint on my Strike Freedom was so tight I actually cut myself trying to put it together.
Really?
Yeah, my like when the ankle popped in where the back vents stick down so far, it like jammed into the palm of my hand.
That's intense.
Yeah, I had to like force it. It was bad.
I just realized something.
What?
So, the guy who's giving input on my channel, on the, like, chat on the side,
Mm-hmm.
his name's Zach, and I realized that he's actually somebody I talk to a lot, typically on Instagram or Snapchat. But, he's like, he buys, like, every kit that possibly come out, all the PB and and everything, and he builds them and paints them and kind of gives an overall opinion on them. But it's pretty cool. Yeah, we chat quite a bit. I didn't realize that was him until I was thinking about it. And I was like, oh, this guy has the same kit. And I was like, of course he does. But he's a really cool guy. He is... Here, let me see what he's on Instagram for people watching. Chocolate Bear 623.
I believe I followed him.
Yeah, I do. I love his stuff. Like, if you want a quick review on something, like, he gets it all. I wish I had the ability to do that.
I wish I had the time.
I don't even think it would be time for me. Honestly, it's just finances. Like, never enough money, you know? Oh, that's why I can't find a piece. It's the wrong runner. But yeah, he's a super cool dude. Sitting here looking for this piece, getting all frustrated because I can't find it, and then I realize it's not... I'm looking at the wrong runner. That's what I get for trying to rely on memorization.
Yep.
So the piece I just put in does nothing. It has no actual practical purpose other than when it's all put together, it'll show a little bit of gold peeking through.
Gotta love it.
I mean, it's cool, but it's also like, damn. So much work. The only runner that really bothers me is this one. This is the D runner, which is supposed to be silver, but it's actually see-through. Almost everything on it is see-through.
That's weird.
That's kind of a bummer. Because, like, so, like, you know how they have, like, the pegs underneath where it connects in?
Yeah.
It's so see-through you can actually see the peg through the top, and that blows. It wouldn't be as bad in lower light, but when you're... I have 2 lamps here, so it kind of makes it awful. So, Horizon Zero Dawn comes out.
I know, I just traded in some games so I could get it.
Did you see the reviews for it so far?
No.
Pretty much
Are they
unanimously, people are saying it's one of the best games the PS4 exclusive has ever had.
ever?
Ever for PS4.
That's a bold statement.
Yep.
Well, PS4 maybe that's
Yeah.
not so
For
bold
PS4
statement,
exclusives, it's the best one so far. Most
but it
places have
looks
rated it
insane.
at least a 9 out of 10.
That's good.
I'm happy because I thought when I first saw it, I was like, man, this game looks good, but I bet it's gonna suck really bad. But no, apparently people are saying it's amazing.
I was a little concerned because I'm not crazy about Gorilla's games.
Yeah.
Like I like them, but I don't. They don't really captivate me long term.
Oh yeah.
I'll usually play a little bit and then, I'll burn out on them and I'll go play something else. But this has like that open world thing. It's got like the Monster Hunter vibe to it.
Yeah, right. Like it could potentially be really good if they do it right.
Yeah. So I mean, the reviews being good kind of puts me at ease a little bit because I really wanted it. The setting looks incredible. The visuals are stunning.
Yeah, like potentially this could be a boss game.
Yeah.
I guess we're gonna find out.
And they're sharing their engine and assets with Kojima.
Are they?
Yeah, it's gonna Death Stranding is gonna run on the same engine, same assets and stuff like that. So like they were kind of co-developing two games together.
Huh. Okay. Well, I mean, makes sense because like creating engines is expensive. So if you can get one that'll unite, why not go for it?
I want you to do me a favor, Jacob.
Yes, sir.
I want you to go into Helios chat, and I want you to change Gil's name to the most ridiculous, degrading thing that you can come up with.
What? Why?
Because he just popped into my chat and said, "Do I use Photoshop to weather my gunpla?"
I have to actually do it on my phone. I don't know how to do it from Facebook itself. So hold on.
You can't. You can't. They haven't put it that far ahead yet. Gil, I'm mad at you.
All right, hold on.
So here's my lupus so far. Top half is completed. So far, the only seams I'm gonna have to worry about are on the arms. But I know when I get to the boosters, that's gonna be a very different story. So now I think it's time to kick this up just a notch. That's
There we go. Hopefully that one will do for you, buddy.
let's see what you came up with. That works for me. I'll take it.
All right. How does it fit? Oh, okay. That's cool. Man, this thing's fucking endless. There's so many. I'm looking at these wings. I forgot. It's like 6 wings, isn't it? Or something ridiculous. Like,
Yeah, there's 4 on each side.
oh, god damn it. It's gonna kill me. Kill me inside.
As long as it doesn't kill you outside, I think you'll be okay.
Aww. That was almost romantic.
I said you'll be okay. I didn't say anything about me. I didn't.
Would you miss me? Would you miss me, Justin?
Mm,
Would you come to my grave and weep on the tombstone?
I don't know if I'd do that. I guess I'd miss you a little bit.
A little bit?
Just a little bit. I'd have to talk Courtney and let me have all your kids. I don't think I'd have to ask too hard.
I don't think so either. I don't think she dislikes it, but it would definitely be extra space for other things. Yeah, but what would you do with all my assembled kits?
Burn them.
Strip them?
I would give them a Viking funeral that you didn't deserve.
That's what I should do. I should commission you for a kit and then just blow it up with firecrackers.
I think I'd be honored if somebody commissioned me and then it'd be
Destroyed
literally
it?
like it'd be like lighting their money on fire.
Literally, yeah, exactly.
No, Gil. There's no like. Strangely enough, this one is a lot more solid than the original Barbados kit. I really like this so far, except for the forearms. I gotta figure out how I'm gonna seam that up, but so far, so good.
So, Justin, are you excited about the new season of RuPaul's Drag Race?
Definitely not. I've never watched that show in my life.
Ace watches it, and he has the most masculine voice out of all of us.
Does he?
Yeah, didn't you
Like-
hear him on the channel last night?
Yeah, I mean, he's been on live stream with us a couple times before.
Yeah, he's got like.
I don't know if
the
I'd
most-
say he has the most masculine.
Dude, Ace's
It's pretty
voice.
good.
Ace
It's
has
pretty
the voice
good.
of a golden god.
It's pretty good, but I wouldn't
You-
say it's the most masculine.
You would give head to your own grandfather for that voice. Don't lie.
I don't know about that one.
That man's voice is beautiful.
Hang's voice surprised me a little bit.
Yeah, me too. I expected him to sound more Asian, I guess.
That's a
Because
little bit
didn't he
racist.
say he grew up outside of the States?
I have no idea.
Maybe I'm mistaken.
You're probably mistaken.
I always thought Hang was a super cool guy. I wish he'd joined the live streams more often.
I'm sure if work permitted, he would.
I mean, Tom's like super knowledgeable, but you know, him and Hang together, that's like the dream team.
It is the dream team. Those guys are like,
It's like you and I. We're just weak without each other, you know? We're just inferior. Especially
yeah,
you.
sure.
Especially
Yeah.
you. I mean, I'm alright.
yeah. Whatever floats your boat.
I do. I get it done. Actually, I do need Team Helios, because I need you fuckers to keep me focused. Otherwise, I end up just playing video games all the time.
That's me right now. When Zelda comes out,
Dude, so many video games. See, I don't like Nintendo stuff. Like, I'm not bashing Nintendo.
I don't really care for
Good on
Nintendo
them.
stuff either. But I'm super hyped for Breath of the Wild. It's gonna be insane.
I mean, in my opinion, like, good on them for always trying to do new stuff and break the mold. Like, I think that's cool. I think that's honorable. However, they don't really do much that interests me. And
Well, no. See, I think Nintendo's problem is they're like really good at innovating and they're really good at like coming up with the next thing, but then they don't support that idea at all. They're just like immediately on to the next new weird thing that they're gonna do. Like, how many first-party titles came out on the Wii? How many first-party titles came out on the Wii U?
and when things start to struggle, they just abandon ship way too fast.
It's like what Sony
what-
did with
like
with the Vita. Like, they're
I
just
know,
like, yeah,
dude.
we're not making games with Vita anymore.
Dude,
I
I own a Vita, and I
Oh, so
love
I am
it.
too.
It is such
I
a
am
great
too.
console. I don't know why they don't give it more. Like, I don't know why they didn't support it as much as they should. Yeah, you got to spend money, you know, to push it, to market it. But dude, the Vita was awesome. Like, for what it
It's
was,
great.
it was just nobody.
now-
Like, they didn't make any games for it, or if
Right
they
now,
did,
it's
they
a
didn't
remote
push
play
them.
machine. It's a remote play machine for me right now.
And not only was it pretty, but they could have done a lot more with it. Like, they had BioShock in line that canceled. Like, that would have been amazing.
Remember that Elder Scrolls game on the PSP that was going to come out? The PSP, not the Vita. The PSP.
Yeah, I know, dude. You could easily run Oblivion on the Vita. Like, the Vita has seriously good graphics. I don't know. There's so many
Someday,
indie games in
Jacob.
Japan. Well, it's good to know that they're not dead there.
In an alternate universe,
That's another thing.
the,
I think Japan
the
would make
Vita
so
is
much more money
thriving.
if they programmed all their games to be able to be regional with subtitle options. Like, if all
Well,
their
see-
games, you could just pop in and there were subtitles for everything.
Every Vita game and PS4 game, PS3, they're not region locked. You can play them in any region.
Yeah,
But
assuming
I-
you can read them.
Well,
I remember
see,
playing Gundam Breaker and having no idea what the hell was going on because I couldn't read
Yeah.
anything.
Gundam Breaker 1, I had no idea what I was doing, but I looked up a guide for Gundam Breaker 2 and I did a whole lot better. Like, just the mech creator guide helped me, like, leaps and
Oh, yeah?
bounds. But then, like, when Gundam Breaker 3 came out, they did a Chinese release, and that had English subtitles. And, it, like, I didn't care much for the story, but it made, like, everything so much more.
Yeah, I don't even want to limit it and say only in English. But, like, they could have language files, you know, for... I feel like the language files wouldn't be that expensive, of like a job.
Maybe. I mean, I don't know. But the biggest reason that we don't get those games is because the music license. That's the biggest reason.
Because they'd have to license it in America?
Well, music licenses in Japan are a little bit more expensive. Like if you go to like Amazon right now and look up like a Japanese artist and you want to buy their CD, you're gonna spend like $60 on a CD.
Dude, I noticed that like a lot of people are like, "Oh, I wish I lived in Japan, then I could get anime all the time." Like their stuff's really expensive.
Yeah, media in general is more expensive over there, except like videos and music is more expensive.
Yeah, then they get like all butthurt that people pirate, and I'm like, shit, I can understand why. Oh, check out the new Gundam Season 1, only $80. Like, Jesus.
Yeah, and like, but to in its defense is like that's the only way that some of those shows will ever get like a second season. Like, they make money based on merchandise.
I wonder why they don't make money based on ad revenue, like everything in America.
Well, I'm sure they do, but it's like,
Dude,
once
I never
the show,
understood ad revenue, to be honest with you.
I still don't understand ad revenue.
Like,
I get sort of how it works, but I don't.
Let me put it this way: does Geico really? Gunpla News and Reviews, $80 for the first 8 episodes. That's why they made Unicorn RE96. What a deal!
Yeah.
So, sorry, that was what Channel 2S put. So, like, let me put it this way: I have never, ever in my life, had any urge to call up Geico and see if they can give me a better deal on my car insurance. But goddamn if they don't tell me that 3 times a day, every day. Like, well, everywhere I go, they're like...
At least they're like, their ads have been better lately, where it's like...
I've never met anybody in my life, who has Geico car insurance and it's cheaper than what I have. I've never found... It's ungodly expensive.
The point is, though, like, if at least with their advertising, they are one of the ones that kind of pay attention to the audience. They know what people get tired of seeing, and like even though you see Geico ads everywhere, typically the average Geico ad is like, well, it's different, but it's also like you might look at an ad for like 8 seconds.
And every time I see ads for like Old Spice, I just roll my eyes because I love them. I think they're funny, but great. That stuff makes me break out so bad.
Saint Danger, this is the high grade. See, I don't think I had that problem, fortunately, because I love Old Spice.
I looked it up, and apparently it has aluminum in it, and I know that metal allergies run in my family. So, it's like, well, there you go. Oh, I guess in relation to the conversation, our good buddy, my best friend and Japanese soulmate, Silver, he said that his coworker never saw Unicorn until it was aired as a TV show. I assume implying because it's so expensive to actually buy and watch any other way. Which is funny because it was on like, I don't know, I saw it for free. I forget what it was on, but it's totally on, like, they have it on YouTube for free, don't they? I'm almost positive sure. Unicorn's on YouTube for free.
It might be, but like,
by the way,
there's not an official one over here.
I was wondering if you guys had the same problem. I have Crunchyroll, so I started watching it there, but I was originally watching Iron Blooded Orphans on YouTube because they have it on their Gundam Info channel. But random episodes are just not in my region. Like, it'll be English. It'll be the next episode in line, but it'll be like 43 is not in your region, and you just can't watch it.
Yeah, let's see.
I'm like, what's up with that? Like, that's gotta be an error.
No, I think it's actually an error that they are on YouTube and you can watch them, because like, typically those are for like Australia and some other regions that speak English.
Because I could watch like every episode but 3. Gundam Info's blocked in Japan. I'm not surprised. How ironic is that?
Look at remember a couple years ago when Build Fighters was first airing, the Gundam War card game or whatever that everybody wanted to play, and they were going to launch it in every region. And when you played, they would send you like real cards and stuff, and everyone was super excited about it. And it was launched in like every language and all this other stuff. And then like it never came out in America. it came out in English, but it didn't come out in English for, like, it was in English for Australia. Like, Australia could play the game.
Yeah,
I think it's just a licensing thing, but that's actually the reason that I stopped watching them on YouTube and I started like pirating them because, like after Build Fighters, you couldn't watch them in English unless you know, like paid for them, and like, I mean, I guess that's a little bit selfish, but like if everybody else can watch it on YouTube, why can't we? Either you're obviously not losing
No,
any, making any money on it.
I will put it this way that I have never purchased anime. I'll just word it like that. I always I buy a lot of stuff. I go to a lot of cons. I buy merchandise, like licensed merchandise and stuff. But sometimes I think it's just so silly. If I want to watch a show once, I have to buy it for life, especially when it's something that's actively airing free to watch for other people. Like it's really frustrating. Like Build Fighters.
Yes.
Like it's
Well, see,
on TV and I can't
we
watch it.
we had Build Fighters. That's the thing. Is like, it was like.
But no,
once
I'm
Build
sorry.
Fighters
I was just
available-
using that as an example. I was like, something that's on and available, but yet they still
Yeah.
want to give us grief about it.
Yeah.
I wasn't
Saint
trying to say Build
Danger-
Fighters in particular.
So, Saint Danger, right now the plan is, this is my first stream on here. I'm just trying to get into the swing of things, figure out how this works, and then if this goes well and I, how I want it to, I will do another stream later tonight, and I think I might show off some painting stuff.
Yeah, I think this is a good way of streaming because then we can all do our own thing, and everyone can look at my pretty desk.
Yeah, people get.
Although I realize I'm probably like 80% of me working on my desk, and they can't even see it. I'm gonna shrink my face a little bit. There you go. Make it easier to see. You still there?
Who, me?
Yeah, you just went like dead silent all quick. It was weird.
Oh, sorry.
No, it just caught me off guard. Yeah, like, it's weird. I know it's a business and stuff, but at the same time, like, I invest a lot of money in this hobby, so...
Yeah,
and
it
in
just
Bandai.
it irks me a little bit when everybody gets to watch it but us.
Yeah, and like...
I imagine it just has something to do with like...
No matter how you... But no matter how you feel about it...
Or something like that.
No matter how you feel about it, the series, like, it is undeniable. The series are large toy commercials.
Yeah.
They have one
Absolutely.
goal, and that is to sell this shit. So the fact that they make it impossible for me to see is, like, ridiculous.
Yeah. Now, for like, when it comes to like the movies, like the origin movies, or when Unicorn first aired, yeah, I bought that. I paid to rent Unicorn 7. I paid to watch the first couple episodes of Origin because I want to support it. But I don't think that I should have to support it if nobody else has to support it.
Right. I mean, I guess here's a way I would put it. So for American stuff, like let's say toys, let's say Ninja Turtles, it's on TV, it's free to watch. Like they put it on like Netflix and Hulu and shit like that because they want people to see it because they want people to buy it.
Yeah.
This is so weird. This kid's like, why are there so many parts when everything's unmovable? Like I just feel like it's so much work for nothing. Sorry. That was random, but
You're good. That's how I felt when I was building the Zer store, man.
I just
There
feel
were
like I've been
parts-
assembling like these damn binders forever. There's like so many of them. Oh, I almost got myself.
There were so many parts that didn't need to be parts on that kit. It drove me insane.
Before I attach these wings, I'm gonna have to build a stand because I know it's gonna lose absolutely all balance. Man, so here's something really off the wall that kind of bugs me. I bought this thing. It's a magnet that goes on the floor. You drill it into your floor, and the other half goes on the back of a door. And the reason why is whenever you open my bathroom door, it just naturally shut itself. And it was like locking the cats in. So
Okay.
this magnet, whenever you open the door, the magnet would click and the door would stay open and my cats don't become trapped. All right? I bought it off
Okay.
Amazon. It was like $3 or some crap. And it does its job nice. But now, every single person who asks a question on that item, I get emailed.
Yeah,
The person
that
asks a
happens
question
to me.
about an item you bought. I literally get an email every day about that stupid magnet that I bought.
I think there's. a
I
way
don't
you can
answer
turn
them, but I keep getting them. It just
I think-
it irks me. It's like it's a magnet. It does what a magnet does. Like can this magnet withstand a strength of a 5-year-old? No, it's a magnet. No magnet can hold the weight of a 5-year-old.
them earth magnets.
Yeah, you know how strong that magnet would have to be? I was like, you wouldn't be able to shut your damn door. Every time you'd be like pulling 50 pounds of weight. Or however much 5-year-olds weigh. I don't know.
I don't know. My 5-year-old, or well, my 1-year-old's pretty strong.
But the point is that like
Yeah. I get.
it's ridiculous. Like I know what Amazon's trying to do, but you know what? I feel like that should be on the burden of the seller, not the burden of the buyer, to answer questions like that.
But then at the same time, like, who's to say that they're not just going to be dishonest and be like, yeah, totally will. And then
I don't
they make a
know. I mean,
sale.
I feel like that's a quick way to get negative reviews.
Yeah, but
They said I could
you
hang
know,
off this magnet without getting hurt. Now I have 2 broken ankles.
and it hurt.
Like, I appreciate customer input and stuff, but I don't appreciate being emailed every damn day about a magnet.
I'm pretty sure you can turn it off. You just
Probably I can, but I just delete it and then whine. So, that's my method.
you just want something to complain about. And you think I want to hear it
I know you like complaining.
every damn day. Jacob comes over to me and tells me about his dumbass email problem, even though he won't fix it.
How many emails do you delete a day, though? I mean, like, I feel like it's
A
gotten
lot.
so out of hand.
A lot.
It's so many, isn't it? Like
Like,
eBay's
I get-
the worst, man.
I get-
eBay
yeah,
sends
I
me
get
like
like-
5 a day.
I get like 4 emails at like 3 o'clock in the morning every day about like things that I put on my search list or whatever, which I'm okay with. I guess that's fine. I put them there.
Yeah, and because of
What?
my
Yeah,
job, we get emails notifying us about like every single customer, about their like processes and if everything worked right. So I get like 30 of those a day at least. Usually more.
I don't get nothing like that for my job. We have like a separate work email, and like our jobs for the day get emailed to us, and that's about the extent of that.
That's weird. Just sits there and does nothing.
What do you mean?
Oh, this piece. It's ridiculous.
Oh,
I don't like it at all.
did I not cut a piece out?
Yeah, mine, I mean, the emails make sense. It's just, it's another, so like, I'm off, on the weekend. So when I come back on Monday, I'm going to have like 100 emails waiting on me. It got eerily quiet really quick.
Yeah, it does that. Okay. Well,
Are you going to have to go get Summer today?
nope. She's coming back tomorrow, and she drove herself, so I don't have to do nothing.
Oh, cool.
I might crash at my mom's tonight, depending on how I'm feeling. I don't really want to be home right now.
You don't want to be home alone?
It's not even that. Like, my grandma's been in this like foul mood lately, and like everything that I say or do comes under criticism. So I'd just rather be away from her if she's gonna be negative.
See, that's weird, dude, because, like, I feel like she would not want to live alone. Like, I feel like she'd be pressuring you guys to stay.
No, she told us that she would like for us to be out by spring.
I guess I just feel like she's gonna change her mind real quick.
She ain't gonna change her mind. Trust me. I don't know. She's got some sort of grudge against Summer. I can't figure out what it is.
She's stealing your baby boy.
Well,
Yeah, I don't even try to figure out people anymore.
no, I don't get it.
I've even asked people at work. I'm like, why do you have a grudge against this person? They don't even have an answer. They do because they do.
Yep, that's pretty much what it is. They gonna grudge because they want to.
And the worst part is it makes both people miserable.
Yeah, and it, like, And that's what I tell them. Like, you don't have to be so like miserable all the time. You don't have to like criticize everything. Like, if you like, I understand if it's like something like major, but it's like I come downstairs and you ask me like she gets mad because the baby's not wearing socks, and I'm like, like she's fine. It's not cold down here. You know what I
I'm
mean?
wearing
Like,
socks.
she never says anything positive. It's just always a complaint, no matter what it is.
Yeah.
I'm so ready to move.
See, I like living just simple like I do. Like, I'm not much of a bonder, I guess. So the less I have to deal with, the better I am.
No, see, like I love my grandma. She's good to me. She's. I mean, you've seen she does a lot for me. But like, just her attitude makes me not even want to be home. Like, I'd rather be at work, and I don't think that's good. Like, nobody should feel that way.
Yeah, that's a bad sign if you'd rather be at work than at home. Like, home's supposed to be your refuge.
Yeah.
Like me, dude, I could be at home 24/7 and be the happiest guy. Like,
But at the on the other side of that, I do love my job, so it's not like I dread going to work or anything like that.
I love my job too, and people think I'm crazy for it. So like, I like problem solving. It's really fun for me. It's really enjoyable. And I like learning. And that's pretty much what my whole job is. So I love it. But a lot of people don't really understand that or feel the same.
I don't think I would enjoy your job. I like learning and problem solving and stuff like that too, but I feel like there's also that whole like dealing with like idiot factor that I don't think I could get down
Dealing with what?
the idiot factor.
No, not really. Most people are really smart. I mean, every now and then you get some people who aren't technical savvy. But, like, I don't know. Usually I can figure it out just by looking around. Like, I'll just be like, show me the problem. And they don't have to say anything. I can figure it out. Either that or a lot of places will have their own IT or network or system administrators. And those dudes know what they're doing. So I just tell them what's up and they get it done. So I got no complaints about that. Like, I really enjoy my job. My last job was the worst. I don't even know how to put it in words without just sounding like I'm just whining.
But you did have a lot of complaints about your last job. Like
I was miserable. Like, I've never been that unhappy in my life. Like, I hated every day I got up was dread. And every day I came home, I didn't even feel relaxed because I knew I had to do it all over again. Like, it was the most unhappy. Like, I can't believe the amount of stress that changed when I left. Like, it was so unreal. It was like waking up from a nightmare, from a 10-year-long nightmare.
Well, at least you're happy now.
Yeah, and I do like at my job. I try to do like the best I can. A lot of people think it's like because I want to move up or I want to. No, it's because I don't ever want to lose my job.
Yeah, and that's how I am at my job.
I just want to be happy. I want to stay happy.
I try not to make too many mistakes, and I try to like stay on top of things. I'm always on time because I enjoy what I do.
Yeah,
I honestly don't think I would ever want an office job at my company. Like, I don't think I'd be cut out for it.
you think what? Like you'd be bored or something?
I don't think I would enjoy it. I don't think that I'd be good at it. I like being out there, like in it.
I will say this: I loved computers, and I was always interested in them. And I always wanted to do something with computers, but I felt like I wouldn't be good at it. But once I actually just shut up and just did it, it just all clicked. And I realized it was just my self-doubt. Now, if it's something that you just think you wouldn't be happy with, that's a totally different story.
Well, it's a little bit of both. Like, I don't think I'd want to work in an office setting. I think part of the reason that I do enjoy my job so much is that I'm not in the same place twice. Like, I'll go to like different schools and stuff, like multiple times. Like,
yeah, it's always like a new sense of adventure.
The school I was at Friday was a school I'd already been to, but like I hadn't been there since January?
Yeah.
Or no, not even January. November, December, something like that. So like I might go to the same school 3 times a year. But like, and then like even on top of that, like I don't work with the same people every day, like coworkers. So I don't have to worry about seeing the same faces over and over and over and over and over again. And that's one of the things that I really enjoy, is that it's always a new setting, it's always a new scenario. Every day is truly a new day. And like, I'm not saying that I couldn't do a job again where like I'm in the same place every day, because it doesn't really bother me that much. But I feel like I'm happier because I'm not in the same place every day.
Yeah, my days are drastically different from each other. That's for certain. I mean, I do get the same things every now and then, but there's always something new.
Yeah.
In fact, a couple people at work, they give me the new stuff just because they know I like it. And I have like infinite patience, so I don't really get upset with like people.
No, I have a tendency.
Every now and then there's people who like kind of lash out at us about something that's not related to us, and that sucks. But it's not often. Man, these wings. I feel like I'm just going to do this for a month.
Alright, I'm almost done.
Yeah, fuck you.
Not very nice, Jake.
So, I was thinking about my, like, the tutorial stuff I was going to do. And I was thinking about, like, what I want to do. And it's, like, it's really weird because, like, I want to do... Like, I want to show some stuff, but I'm afraid of the reaction I'll get.
What do you mean?
Well, like... So the way I cut, it's cutting towards myself. So... And it works for me. And, like, I've never cut myself that way. But I'm sure some people are going to be like, that's the worst. You should never do that.
Oh, well, I mean, you mean a knife?
Yeah.
I can't not cut away from, or... Yeah,
I don't know how you would cut away from yourself and be accurate at the same time.
Yeah, I've never been able to do that. And, you know, to each their own. Seb's way is nice, where he cuts down. It's
I'm
just...
a rebel.
Well, I mean, I am too, but you just got to find a way to do it. It's the best thing I can say is, like, you know, I'd make a point before you do any kind of video. It's like, hey, this is not the definitive way to do things. Just this is how I do it. And I want to show you.
And another thing I really want to do is I'd love to be able to... I was trying to think on, like, how I want to do my tutorial. I think I'm going to do it not by level of experience, but by level of price.
Interesting.
Because I feel like so many people buy things they don't need,
Well, that's very true. Like, people that spend, like, ridiculous amounts of money on cutters and stuff
yeah,
like that.
like, if you want to build a model, this is how you do it under $20, under
That
$60, under $100.
That was like the full inspiration behind my Gunpla for Cheap Bastards series. Is like, I typically get a lot of questions like asking how much this costs or where I get this and what I do.
Yeah, because let's be real, we're like all indefinitely poor. Like,
yeah,
there's very few Gunpla modelers who have like a lot of money.
The TR13 money.
Yeah. And it's cool, like, you know, like, Primary is a dentist. He's got some cash so that he can, like...
I think he's done, man. I think he's out of the game. He hasn't posted anything in, like, literally a year.
He's posted stuff, but not modeling stuff. But you're right, he might have lost interest.
I mean, on his Facebook. I went to his Facebook, and then I went to his Instagram. He posts, like, vacation stuff and, like, hanging out stuff, but he hasn't posted any kits in, like, literally a year. It was like March.
No, I mean, you're right. He hasn't. And he might have lost interest. That might be, you know, he might have been bored, or maybe, you know, life just took over and he got different priorities, which is cool. Like, I understand the feeling. Like, there's sometimes where I just don't build for a month and I just want to play video games.
Yeah, I mean, I try not to, like, swamp too much with work, and that's like the opposite of what I've been doing here lately. Is like I've been building the hell out of everything tight, and I haven't really been completing projects. But I'm just trying to find something that tickles my fancy enough that I want to work on it. But I also try not to throw myself under too much stress and pressure where I feel like I have to build something.
Yeah, I mean, I want to build more, but I also know that I'm just that kind of guy who gets carried away and I start doing other stuff. So I'll start playing video games or I'll start binge watching a show.
You can always come back. You can always come back.
Yep. Although I will say right now I've been getting a lot of pressure to do more and more commissions for more and more people. And I think I'm just going to halt it because it's going to get to the point where I'm not going to be able to do my own projects because I'm just like building stuff for other people.
Yeah, that's a bad thing. Is like there have been like legit like really good modelers that have quit because the commissions started stacking up and they didn't enjoy the hobby anymore because they felt.
And I don't want to
to
disappoint, but like let's be real, commissions are never really worth the amount of time invested. They're money we get for doing something we enjoy, but nobody's getting rich from it.
Matt Maruzek making some money off his commissions.
Yeah, you can make money, but
I think Matt makes a killing.
Let me put it this way: I would make way more money just working on weekends at my job than I would ever doing a commission. For money invested into what I get.
I think I make a fair amount of money on my commissions, but especially given the patience that my client has, like that man is a saint. But I know that the large majority of the Gunpla community is a little on the cheaper side, and getting steady commission work in the Gunpla community is really hard, and it's not really like profitable.
I usually put it in people's perspective, and I say a normal kit will take me 40 to 80 hours to complete. Assume I'm making $5 an hour. How much does that put you at? And you see that we're actually like grotesquely undercharging.
What in the world?
I feel like these wings are like aren't these wings supposed to be like beam rifles? Basically, like funnels?
Yeah, they're funnels. They
There's
pop
nothing
off.
about them that look like guns to me.
You can take them off, and they do funnel things. Okay, there we go.
Yeah, they don't.
Ooh.
Yeah, nothing. They just look like wings. They don't really look like guns. Whatever.
Alright, I'm almost done.
Yeah, it's frustrating because like the commissions are awesome because I can work with other people, so it's kind of like brainstorming ideas together, and if it's a project I really want to do, it's it doesn't cost me anything.
My favorite thing about commissions is I get to build something that I was probably not going to build in the first place. And sometimes it sucks, but sometimes it's just a really nice surprise.
You know what? That's why I took one commission. The Hainu V-Rabe that I did.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I took that, and I didn't even charge him that much. Like, I undercharged him a lot for it. Because it was just something I'd never, ever be able to do any other way. And I always wanted to do the V-Rabe. All those magazine add-ons and stuff, like, you buy them all individually, and they're really expensive. I mean, that cost him the money, not me. So for the actual labor and paint and masking and custom work, like, I didn't care. I just wanted to work on it.
Yeah. Well, I don't think I'd ever do a commission. They didn't have the kit. Like, I would never go and buy a kit for a commission.
Well, I mean, if they're paying for it.
Even if they're paying for it, I don't feel comfortable doing it. There was a guy who wanted this ridiculous PG Strike Freedom, built and painted and scribed and all that stuff, and he was like, I'll do like 600, but you had to buy the kit out of the 600 and scribe it and paint it and all that other stuff, and I was like, that's just honestly not worth the money.
Yeah, because that kit's already, what, $350? So there's over half the income.
Yeah, and then like,
And that's what I'm saying, like, if you think that it's too expensive, then just don't do commissions. Like, or don't ask for a commission, just do it yourself. Like, because let's be real, buying an airbrush and investing that time is going to cost you that much.
yeah,
Especially scribing, man. Anyone tells you to scribe something, like, you got to explain to them, like, that is extremely tedious and very hard. And
yeah.
those people are like gods.
If you had like a general idea of what you wanted and could translate that over to me in a way that I can understand and I can do it, sure, whatever. I'm on board.
I find scribing to be incredibly challenging. Like,
It's very challenging. It's super hard. But like, if you come at me and you're just like, yeah, man, you should scribe this, not gonna happen. Like I said, if you give me some sort of like layout to follow, idea of what you want, and there's a way that I can read that I think that I can translate it, 100%, I'm on board. I'll do it. But if I don't know what I'm going for, if there's no clear end goal, I'm either going to charge you way more than you want to pay, or I'm just not going to do it.
yeah, I don't know. I'm nice. Like, I don't want to like piss somebody off, so I try to.
No, I'm not gonna try and make somebody mad intentionally. That's never my goal. But like, if you're not gonna give me an idea of what you want, how am I gonna know that it's gonna make you happy? If you're commissioning me, my end goal is to have a happy, satisfied customer at the end.
Yeah, I need to just work on the stuff I have. Like, I could do the Strike Freedom, I could do the Kshatriya. I have that Quanta that's like 80% done, and I can just start priming and painting. I have a real grade 00 I could do. I have the
You have the double O
Sugimori
Quanta.
from Knights of Sidonia I could do.
I would not want to paint the Sidonia. Like, I really like that kit, but I would not want to paint all that white.
I think it'd be cool to shade it. I think you could really shade it well.
I mean, it would look really good shaded, but I just would not want to paint that much white. That's the biggest reason I got rid of that kit. Of course, I say that, and I fully plan to paint the PG unicorn. So what's on your wish list, J-Cube?
What's on my wish list?
Yeah, what do you want to see next?
What do you mean?
What do you want Bandai to do next?
Oh, I don't know, man. That's tricky. I feel like this looks really cool. I mean, the wings are busy as shit, but at least there's a lot going on. I know it sounds stupid because they already have them, but I would really like 2.0s of some bigger, better kits. Just done well, where they have like new proportions, maybe some better color separation and panel lines. Ones that I would kill for. I would love to see a MG 2.0 RX-79G, the ground type Gundam.
Yeah.
An Easy 8, because you can pretty much do the same mold.
Yeah, like you change the legs, the chest,
Yeah.
the head. It's pretty much the same besides that.
I would love to see a new Camphor.
Yeah, Camphor needs some love. The MG looks pretty
There never
terrible.
was an MG Alex at all, was there?
Yeah, it's actually like the third MG, and it's It's terrible.
So that would be really cool.
All right, how about this? When IBO wraps, do you think the next Gundam series is going to be UC or a side universe? Or do you think they're gonna continue like the trend of?
So here's the issue. They kind of tied themselves into a wall because they gave themselves like limited dates. So they're either gonna have to do like I don't like. So what you would consider UC, I imagine, is original Gundam to Unicorn, right?
Well, I think Unicorn technically happened like after like the original Gundam, but before a lot of the other stuff.
Original Gundam was what, 0079 or 0080, right?
0079, yeah.
And Unicorn was 96. And then F91 was 126?
Yeah. So it's like
I think it's 126.
Like I said, I think Unicorn took place like it was like after
anyway,
it was like after OG, but
basically they're starting because they did like such time jumps, you kind of have to play awkwardly in like the middle ground. So like,
assuming that F91 is the end of everything.
No, well, it's not, but it just gets weird from there, in my opinion. So when F91 came out, that was when Senri became known as a manufacturer and kind of put Anaheim Electronics out of business. Because for the first time, the manufacturer wasn't building mobile suits for both sides. Because Senri was Earth-based. So they could do a lot using like a Senri storyline. And like maybe Anaheim tried to pull some strings or something to stay relevant.
Yeah, but I don't see how that would really tie into like the Federation versus the Zeon.
Well, it would, because like Anaheim would be like basically trying to brew a war so that Zeon would buy the mobile suits and they can stay in business since they lost the entire Federation's income.
Yeah. Okay, well let me rephrase my question this way. Do you think that they are going to continue doing series the way they are right now, where it's like,
I do not think the next series is going to be UC.
Well, no, I mean, like, do you think that they're going to continue the trend of UC being like OVAs and movies and stuff like that?
Yes.
And then like other stuff is going to be.
Yes.
Okay.
I think UC is going to be movies, OVAs. I don't think they're going to get a full-fledged series, only because you have to have seen so much of the other stuff. I think it makes it a niche market that wouldn't be appealable on TV.
Fair enough.
Somebody can't just like flip channels and go, "Oh, what's this show? Let me watch it." I mean, they can, but they're gonna have no idea what the fuck's going on.
Well, you said.
I mean, at least, even Unicorn. I think Unicorn did a great job. Where if you've never seen Gundam and you just watch Unicorn, you would enjoy it. But if you know what Unicorn or Gundam, like if you know about the UC world and you watch Unicorn, it's an entirely different series.
Yeah, that's fair.
I think that kind of put them in a box because when you continuously expand over and over, you're requiring your viewer to see more and more. Like even me, like a lot of people consider me like an avid Gundam fan. I have cases of them. I spend half my hobby money on them, but I've never seen Double Zeta. Never watched it. I've never seen the original Gundam movies. I only watched the show. Either. I've never seen Turn A. I never finished Gundam X or G Fighter, or whatever it's called. Gundam G.
G Gundam.
Yeah, G Gundam. Sorry, I couldn't stand that series. I found it to be, it was like the Sailor Moon of Gundams. Like it was just so monotonous.
I liked it because it reminded me of like Dragon Ball Z. It was just like it was over the top fighting and action for no real reason.
I would have liked it on that basis if it was good fighting and action, but it was literally the same fight scene over and over. The same him getting covered in spandex over and over. The same him grabbing his fist and fire bursting and him punching. Like, and it's funny coming from a guy who literally got hooked from Gundam Wing, which is the king of rehash animation. But G Gundam had so much rehash animation.
Yeah.
Like half the damn episode was the same animation over and over. Transformation episode. So. I'm not saying it was a bad series. It just didn't appeal to me.
I like G Gundam. You know, DBZ
I can see
was
why people would. I'll put it that way. I can see why people would like G Gundam.
Yeah, and like I said, I like DBZ a lot, and that kind of it was like the best of both worlds for me.
Sure.
But yeah, there was a lot wrong with it. I think that's fair to say. I don't think G Gundam gets enough love as a model line. I would love to see a RG God Gundam.
Dude, you're right though. I think they're kind of straying away from the G Gundam model line only because, let's be honest, that show is very offensive. I'm not sure that would bode well with modern international markets.
It's not like they're gonna make like a Tequila Gundam master.
No, it's not.
Never.
But
it's
I could see why they might be trying to kind of scoot that one under the rug a little more.
Maybe.
But I would love a real grade or a 2.0. Yeah, God Gundam. Also being called God Gundam and Devil Gundam, I think might be an issue.
Well, that's why they changed their names in America.
I actually like the original one more than the second one.
The Shining Gundam.
Yeah.
The Shining Gundam, like I used to hate it, but it really grew on me.
Which one's the first one? Shining?
Yes.
And then it went to God? I like Shining more.
I think the God Gundam looks cooler, but I think the Shining Gundam is like it's always gonna hold like a very special place in my heart. It's just a really cool design, and like the way it transforms is really neat.
Yeah, I'm not bashing either. I just happen to like, I don't know, I like the Shining more. It appealed to me more.
I just got one of those for it was one of my Christmas kits. Was the high grade of it.
The Shining?
Okay. Yeah. It was on USA Gundam, and I was like, I'm gonna pick this up. It's gonna be rad. And so far, it's not a bad kit. It's pretty good. I would almost hold it up with to like modern high grade standards.
Yeah. Modern high grades are really decent. Like, I think they've come a long way. When I first started, like, I would scoff at high grades and I would only get master grades. But now, I buy more high grades than anything because they're just really good and they seem to do kits that interest me more.
Yeah,
I would tell you a kit I would murder for, dude.
What?
I would murder for a master grade Lightning Zeta. That is probably one of my favorite designs. I love it.
Probably just kit bash that.
Well, I don't know. How would I do the chest and the hydraulics?
What kit was that? It's like a Delta chest. Like one of those unicorn grunt chests. It's pretty much the same.
Anyway, I love that design. Lightning Zeta. And I love that build. That was one of the most enjoyable builds I did. I would gladly...
The hardest part of my day is done.
Oh yeah, what was that?
Snapping this thing together. So now, there's 2 places that need to be fixed on it. I need to seam the arms, which I'm going to attempt to do in a minute. And the backs of the legs are like totally hollow, so I'm going to
fill them in.
I'm going to take a piece of claw plate and glue it over and sand it out so that you don't see the inside of that leg. Come on.
I'm almost done with one set of wings.
But I do think that as far as like in terms of quality, this is probably the best IBO HG kit I've built.
Really?
Like the only seams, literally the only seams are on the forearms.
Man, I'm telling you, I was actually really upset when I got the when Barbados originally got introduced, I was in love. I thought that was like a beautiful design. I was super pumped, and I was very disappointed at the arm seams. Like I thought that was just downright lazy. How the forearms
all they had split. To do,
there was no reason for it. It could have easily been remedied.
Yeah, all they had to do was take that panel and slide it over.
Yeah.
That's it. And that's what I plan on doing is I'm I'm going
so
to.
I had to glue that seam and then scribe the side of it to do what they should have done in the beginning. I don't know. That really irked me. I felt like that was like very lazy.
Yeah. And this is where my ham fists are going to come in, and I'm going to ruin this part. Yeah, there's two seams on this whole kit: the forearms and the side skirts. And I guess if you want to count the sword.
Oh, you mean like the helmet seam? I don't know. I like the helmet seams. I know a lot of people don't like those, but I like them.
There's no helmet seam on this.
Oh, there isn't?
No, it's completely covered. It's really nice.
I like helmets. Like, the split on the sides. It makes sense to me because, in my opinion, like, that's something that would be, you know, like you'd pull the front off like a mask.
Okay.
Like, there's seams that I'm like that obviously wouldn't really be a seam. Like, that would just be one piece of metal. Man, these wings feel lazy. That's it? That's weird.
Okay.
I don't know how these click in.
So the first seam I'm going to fix is going to be the binders.
Wow. Well, that was short-lived. He instantly, with that one click, became incredibly unbalanced. These wings are way too heavy.
That's what you get.
He can't even stand. Hold on, I gotta readjust him. There we go. I wanted to show him off for the camera, but that crap, that sucks. He lost like all mobility instantly. Like he just immediately started leaning back, like he was drunk. Oh. Alright, I'm done for now. I'm hungry.
Alright.
It's alright, cheer up, little buddy. But I did get a lot farther. I got I almost got one whole set of wings done. And a set is 4, so basically, I just have to do 2 more dragoons, and then do the other set, and I just got the guns left. And he has what, 2 rifles, right? Let me look.
Yep, that's it. 2 rifles. And they can combine.
Yeah, that just clicks in. I've already done that. Yeah, 2 rifles. Oh, and the stand. He's got like a monster stand.
You know, the stand is the biggest reason I decided to buy the one I did.
Oh, yeah?
Because I thought the stand, like the design of the stand is the exact same for both of them, but the print on yours is really strange looking.
Yeah, let me see if I can find it. It's like buried in here. It's on the bottom. Pardon all the noise you guys are probably hearing. So here's the stand. Let me rearrange a little here. And as you can see, actually that made it worse. Let me move the light away. So the stand is really, like, it looks really good because it's like all pre-painted, but these lines are actually really fuzzy. You can probably tell better here in the middle. You can see they blur together really bad. I'm not too worried about it though, because it's just a stand.
Yeah,
but I definitely can't paint it. I mean, that's for damn sure.
No, the same with the Dragon and Moko one.
Like, it's not getting painted. So, I'll show one last little appearance of what I've done today. Yeah, this kit is really cool looking. Like, maybe I'll do him next. Damn. I shouldn't, but I don't know. I just think he'd look really cool. The only thing I don't like is you can't spread the wings. They're like connected onto a track, so they can either be like. Actually, no. They pretty much just have like they can be completely sideways together.
You can't split the wings.
I don't know. There's not a lot of articulation on the wings, not compared to most kits.
Ooh, I'm gonna end up breaking something. I can already tell. I can't find my part separator.
Oh, at least you got one. I'm proud of you.
I've had one. That was like one of the first tools I ever bought.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was on Amazon. It was like 3 or 4 of them for like $5. And I was like, yeah, getting this.
Yeah, it's a damn fine purchase. Yeah, I strongly recommend everyone buy one of those.
There
So
we go. Didn't
when
break it.
snapping together, these are the tools I use. Tamiya nippers, a wide-handled X-Acto knife, a part separator, which is like a baby little crowbar. Put it in between 2 parts, and then you can just split them open. And this is actually a bent scriber, and I use that for pushing in really, really tiny parts without scratching them. Anyway, I'm done. So thank you guys for chilling. And hopefully I'll be able to do this again with my Jubu. See you,
Yeah.
Justin.
Yep, see you, Jacob.